Come to your mat. Bring your palms together to your third eye. Just energetically bring you back to you. Coming to this place, to this present moment. And just have your feet hip width apart. And take one hand with the other. And just see what feels good in your body. Rolling around your arms. Creating circular-like motions. Playing around with tucking your pelvis, breathing into the back of your heart, bend over to one side and the next, finding length in the side bodies. And then bring your right foot just slightly in front of you and forward, fold over that. Arching the back of your heart, inhaling back up, and then move to the other side. Your left in front of your right, just slightly so. Forward fold over that. Bring your forehead to your knee. Breathing in through the back of your heart. And come to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift your left leg up, knee towards the nose. Bring it in front of you and then place to the back of the mat. Looking in front of your right knee, bending into your left, finding fluid movement and motion here. Bending over your right knee, inhaling your gaze up, opening up into that left hip. Exhale, folding over your right, inhale, sweeping your right up behind you into downward facing dog, three-legged chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog. I'm already warmed up here, so I would advise just to start with a few warm-ups if that feels good to you, if you're not ready to go into full expression of upward facing dog. Come down into chaturanga, upward facing dog. Clear it out. And then bring your left leg up. Bring your left foot to the front of the mat. Straighten your leg. Bend over it. Bend. Look up. Straighten your leg. Forward fold over it. Finding that openness in your hamstrings. Exhale again. Forward fold over that straight leg. Inhale up, finding space in your right hip, especially here. And then sweep your left leg back. And three-legged chaturanga, upward facing dog. Rolling your neck out here, finding space. Inhale, upward facing dog. Offer your heart, chaturanga, plank, and downward facing dog. We're going to be doing a lot of planks in this class. Core is so important for just life, for the expression of life. Wrapping your shoulders down and around your rib cage. Just breathe in downward facing dog. Lifting your hips up high. And jump, step, or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, gaze up, straight spine, and exhale, forward fold, bending your knees ever so much. In this, bending one knee as you're in forward fold, bending the left knee, bending the right, bringing the breath in, and then inhaling up your left arm with your right elbow on the right bent knee. Inhale up, left elbow on the left knee. Inhale the right arm up high, doing a nice twist here, softening into that twist. And then forward fold, bent knees, allowing your upper body to be heavy. Come down into seed, really just open your heart, and then come into shoulder stand, plow, full expression of plow. Really finding length in your spine. And then take your legs out in front of you and do a nice little twist and see where you are in this twist. Taking your right leg over the left and then opposite, your left over the right. Your gaze is to the opposite direction of where your leg is going. Really breathing into this, finding where your spine is. Come back into a variation of plow, whatever feels good. Play around here. And then coming up, inhale, your arms up high, and then fold over your legs. Taking your right hand to the left foot in this, and sweeping your right arm behind. Switching hands, really find fluid movement motion here as you fold over your legs in seated position. Just play around with the dance here. What feels good, what feels good. Find the breath and bring it into your body. And then exhale down. And come into Makhasana. Bending your knees, lengthening through your spine, palms together. And then just come over to one side and the other, pushing one knee away by opening up your hips. Play around here. And then straight legs, forward fold. Upper body is heavy. Inhale, gaze up, bending the knees. Swivel your heels in and out as you come down, bending your knees, gaze up. Your heels come more into the center, like at a 45-degree angle. And then when you come down to straight legs, your heels come straight and parallel with your mat. Your feet are parallel. And then forward fold, allowing your upper body to be heavy and hang. Interlace your fingers at the base of your spine, find some extra length there. And then inhale. Utkatasana, rise, long spine. And I'm just coming to show you in the front as to how we can further open up the back side of the body by, again, taking one hand in the other and just playing around here. I'm feeling kind of like moony and a little bit lazy this morning, and so it's a little bit softer of a practice. Take your left leg up. Left knee to nose, straighten, and then bring behind to the back of the mat. Inhale, arms rise, high lunge position. Really embracing this whole position. Breathing in and out, bending into your right knee. Bending into the left hip. Really finding your breath here. Finding the space, the opening. Nice. And then bring your left hand, your left arm to the inside of the right foot. Inhale your right arm up high. And then bring your left foot parallel to the back of the mat and your right elbow onto the right knee. Inhale your left arm up. And just play with this by offering your palm up to the sky, opening your heart. And then frame that right foot with your hands. Inhale, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Full expression. Again, chaturanga, exhale, strong plank in between, and downward facing dog. Allowing your hips to be up high. Finding the length in your spine. Heels are down to the mat, wrapping your shoulders down and around your rib cage. Left leg comes up, left knee to nose. Inhale, gaze up, finding a little bit of space in those hips. Nice. And then inhale up, high lunge. Breathe into this, bend into your left knee for 3 breaths. Really finding the spaces that want the breath. To call in the light to be opened. Nice. And then frame the left foot, and then the right arm comes on the inside of the left foot, and then the left arm sweeps up high, palm up, offering your heart extra space, your gaze up, and now come on to your left elbow on top of your left knee, your right foot's parallel to the back of the mat, and your right palm up, same as the other side, opening up your heart. And then sweep that left leg up, and then 3-legged chaturanga, upward facing dog, allowing your full heart's expression. And chaturanga and downward facing dog. Hips are up high. High. Intentional release, intentionally just drawing in your breath with ease and strength. Coming onto your forearms, dolphin pose. Allow your hips to come up even higher, bending one knee at a time, finding the swivels in your hips here. Draw in the breath, really find the place and the space to open up. See what feels good here. And then come into plank on your forearms, finding that strength in your core, finding that intention. And downward facing dog. And just roll up again into plank on your forearms. And then inhale again, dolphin. Finding the opening in the front of the heart and down into plank and back into dolphin. Playing around with your core here, asking this area of your body to engage. And then inhale over to the left side on the left elbow. And a quick side plank. And then come back to center and then over to the right side. Left arm up. Left side plank. And back to center. And over to the opposite side. On the left arm, our right arm sweeps up high. Elongate by your earlobe to find the extra space in that side body. And sweep through plank as you come on, through center plank as you come onto the right arm for the left side open body, and then elongate by your earlobe, finding that space, and really allow your breath to guide you here. And back into dolphin. Nice. Allow your heart to just mount towards the mat here, to really open up as your shoulders wrap down your rib cage. Finding extra space in your neck, allowing your head to really be heavy. Finding complete breaths here, complete inhales and full exhales. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And then come into forearm stand. Or headstand, whatever feels good to you. Bring your legs up and down. Bring your right foot down. Your left foot comes just barely to the mat. Finding a core activation here. Left foot down, inhale back up. Finding that opening in the left hip. Left foot down, inhale back up. We're doing 10 of these. Left foot down, inhale back up. And again, down. Your left foot comes like you're really engaging the core as your left toes come almost to the mat. This is really a core strengthening practice here. Really challenging your balance here. Find the play, find the strength, find the control where you can. And then come down into dolphin. I actually realized I didn't end up doing the right side, so I had to go back and do that. So I invite you in to do the right side. And then coming down into child's pose, bring your forehead to the mat, activating your third eye, your inner vision, and just rest your shoulders here. Bring your arms to the side body, just really finding reconnection with your natural breath, finding softness and the strength, finding softness and the ease. Checking in with your body to see where you are right now, to see how much more open you feel. Check in with your heart to assess the energy that's there, that's present. Just really taking time to scan yourself and to check yourself out. See what's alive, most alive for you today. Just stick with your breath as you roll up. Come onto your left forearm as you're kneeling here, and then bend over to one side and the other, finding length in those side bodies. Inhale as you come up, exhale as you come down. Finding play here. Nice. Really finding fluid movement and motion, finding softness and the strength, ease and your power. Over to one side, over to the other. Speed up when you want, slow down when you want. There's no rules here. It's just all about what feels good in your body. We're all so authentic. Find a nice neck roll here by bringing your chin to chest as you come forward, finding that spaciousness in the backside of your heart. Opening up your scapula as you come down by arching your spine. Inhale, up. Finding the space in your front body, finding the space in your back body. Inhale, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Hips up high, Really ground down through your fingertips here. And then walk your feet towards the front of the mat. And then forward fold. You can still bend your knees here if it feels good. And then roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, coming to standing. Palms together to third eye, recentering yourself, drawing all of you back to you from all the thoughts, all the scanning, all the controlled breaths and everything. Just come back to your own authenticity. And then bring your right knee up towards the chest, straighten your right leg, and then inhale back, coming through warrior three. Interlace your fingers, bounce that knee, that left knee just a little bit to find that extra space, and then place that right foot to the back of the mat. Interlace your fingers and find that stretch in the open body. Inhale again, your right knee up, straighten your leg. And then bring your forearms together as you exhale through the back of your heart, really wrapping your chin down to find that space. And then again, come through warrior three and then place that right foot to the back of the mat. We're going to do 10 of these on each side. I think we did 5. So then bring your right leg up again, straighten. Find that arch in the back of your heart. Play around with this. It doesn't have to look exactly like I do it. And then place the right foot again to the back of the mat into high lunge position, interlacing your fingers, bending into that left knee just a little bit. And then inhale, your core is fully engaged here. Your right knee comes towards the chest, but not to the chest. And then you straighten your leg. And then you arch the back of your heart, bring your forearms together, and then you place the foot through warrior three to the back of the mat. Really open up your heart here. Really find the expression. You can cactus your arms. And then you can arch the back of your heart, coming forward. Inhale, like full expression. And then inhale, that right leg up, three-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And chaturanga. And downward facing dog. Allowing this strength to be passive and soft. Allowing your shoulders to wrap down your spine, finding extra length in your neck. Inhale your left leg up. Left knee to nose. And again, we're going to do a few more on the right side. So bringing your knee into chest. And then straightening your leg and then coming through warrior three, interlacing your fingers for a little more control. Lift up through your inner thigh, your inner right thigh, bending into that left knee just a little bit. And then again, placing to the back of the mat. Now we're in a 45-degree angle with that right foot. Inhale. And then again, sweep it out. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Chaturanga, strong core, plank as you come back into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up, left knee to nose. Place to the front of the mat. Left leg comes up, and then left knee towards the nose. Straighten the left leg, finding that core strength as you come up. And then your forearms, you see how you're arching the back of your heart here as your palms come to the third eye, and then your forearms come together. Really push your breath out through the back of your heart as you do that, arching the back of your heart. And then come through warrior three, strongly lifting up, intentionally lifting up through your inner left thigh. Nice. And then place at a 45-degree angle your left foot towards the back of the mat. Open up your heart by interlacing your fingers and allowing your gaze to come up. And again, knee comes towards the chest. Coming up, straightening the leg, finding that core activation, palms together through third eye and center, warrior three, and then place that foot to the back of the mat. And full expression here, open up your heart. Finding your breath here, inhale, again, left knee comes towards the chest, straightening, finding your core activation here. Forearms together, breathing in through the back of your heart, and then sweeping that left foot through warrior three, and then down to a 45-degree angle, really interlacing your fingers here, finding that length and that stretch. Knee comes again towards the nose, straighten, challenging your core, forearms together, breathing in through the back of your heart, coming through warrior 3, and then placing again to the back of the mat. Inhale up, being intentional with your breath here, full breaths, full inhales, full exhales. And then sweep it out in a 3-legged downward facing dog, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, chaturanga, and downward facing dog. Finding your hips coming up high, right leg comes up, and again, places at the front of the mat. We're going to do a few more. Just like to sweep it out in between to kind of break it up a little bit. To high lunge, and then again, that left leg comes up, left knee to nose, straighten, engage, palms together, breathe out through your heart. Nice, find that extra breath, that extra opening. Listen to your body here. Lift up through your inner thigh, and then place to the back of the mat. Inhale, palms up, cactus arms, breathing in. And then inhale, left knee to nose, sucking your navel into spine, straightening your legs. And elongating through warrior 3, placing, inhale up. Nice. Oh, full expression of that heart. Find your big inhale there. And then sweep it out. Right leg behind you, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lifting one hip, stacking it on top of the other in this upward facing dog position. Right hip stacking on top of the left, finding extra space here. Can be so yummy. And downward facing dog. Left leg comes up, left knee to nose, place towards the front of the mat. Inhale, rise up high. Right foot is at a 45-degree angle. Interlace your fingers at the base of the spine and get ready for humble warrior. Bowing your upper body on the inside of the left leg, of the left knee. Left knee is bent, really breathing into that left body. Allowing your upper body to be heavy and hang. Bring your breath in. Full inhales, full exhales. And inhale, come up. Fingers are still interlaced. Straighten the left leg and then begin to hinge at your hips, just over your left leg for one full breath. And then take your left arm to the left shin in a triangle. Right arm up high. Palms comes up towards the sky. Gaze comes up so you can really find space in that front body. And then elongate your right arm by your right earlobe. Right leg comes in, grazing the mat, not touching the mat, and then sweep it out and back. And then left elbow comes onto the left knee. And then inhale the right arm up high, finding extra space in that side body. And 3-legged chaturanga, upward facing dog. Chaturanga, elbows in towards midline. Quick plank. And downward facing dog. Inhale that right leg up, place towards the front of the mat. Left leg comes at a 45-degree angle. Interlace your fingers. Prepare for humble warrior on the right side. Bending into that right knee just a little bit. And then bowing over and inside of your right knee. Really surrendering to your highest. Praying for your highest to lead and for you to see what's best. What the best route is to take in this life at this current moment. Really bringing in your breath here, inhales and exhales, and then straighten. Straighten your upper body, and then interlace your fingers still at the base of your spine, and then bend into that right knee, and then just hover your body over that knee, and then inhale, bringing your elbow to the right knee, and then inhaling your left arm up high, palm up, finding space in that front of the heart, and then taking your left leg, grazing it against the mat, just not touching it, but just grazing it, kicking it up, bringing it down, and sweep it on back for three-legged chaturanga. Playing around with the hops here, seeing what feels good. Upward facing dog, chaturanga, and downward facing dog. Rolling up and coming onto the side body. And elongate. Back to plank and over to the left side. Inhale for just one breath on either side, playing around with this. Again, coming onto your forearms. Finding dolphin pose again. Bending into your knees one more time, checking in again to see how your body feels. And then allowing your upper body to hold your lower body as you find space and places in your hips. Allow the feel good. Allow yourself to feel good here. Staying with your breath, bending one knee at a time, switching the legs, allowing it to challenge your balance. And then coming down into child's pose. Really bringing your knees wide, melting your heart towards the ground, bringing your chin towards the ground. This is a shorter practice today. I'm just wanting this to be an inspiration, and please continue if you feel like it. Or you can just come down into Shavasana. Knees towards the chest, really giving yourself a nice squeeze in gratitude for showing up for this practice today. Butterflying your legs, your knees out, finding extra space in your hips and your pelvic region, coming back to your natural breath, grounding your body back into perfect alignment, drawing in all of your thoughts, all of your scannings of your body back in, drawing in your energy, coming back to softness. Maybe make an intention for the day here. What do you want your day to look like? And what do you want to feel like? What do you want to discover today, maybe? And then do another twist and see how different this twist is in comparison to the first twist that we did here on our backs. Looking over the opposite shoulder as your left leg comes over your right. You're looking over your left shoulder. You're looking over your right now as your right comes over your left. Exhaling as you come to the twist. Now coming back up. Palms together through third eye. Heart center. And then taking your left arm in front of your heart, bringing your right to the ground, to the earth, grounding in that side of your body into the earth, and then switching hands, taking your left to your heart and your right to the earth, joining the masculine and the feminine. Bless.